was like, she is dead. Her little feet was like dangling off her ankles, like they was no longer connected. The only thing that was holding them together was like socks and shoes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Lyf TV. This is a new show alert. You are here for the recap and review of The Barrier. It comes on Netflix. This is season 1, episode 1, Another World. The Spanish version of it is called La Valla. I think that's how you pronounce it because it's double L's. It's not La Valla, it's La Valla because it's 2 L's. La Valla. La Valla because it's a V. Hey, I'm still working on my Spanish too. Still working on my Spanish. Okay, so if you're gonna watch the show on Netflix, the entire first season is already up, but I'm gonna be reviewing this 1 week at a time. And the show is in Spanish, but Netflix has the option for you to switch it over to English speaking dubbing, which sucks. So no, I keep it in the Espanol, baby, Espanol, or the Castellano, because I think they speak Castellano in Spain. So let me just tell you. This, I said, was put me in mind of The Handmaid's Tale. We have a dystopian future. It's set in Madrid. If you don't know what dystopian mean, it basically means we in the future and it's fucked up. Am I past a minute? Because you got to be past a minute to start cussing on YouTube. Once you get past the first minute, it's messed up, right? And there has been a hostile takeover of the government, and life just ain't the way that it used to be. So that's pretty much, like I said, when it reminded me of The Handmaid's Tale. There is a virus that's going on, similar to The Handmaid's Tale. Fuck that, similar to real life, okay? It's a virus going on, and they snatching up babies. The difference between this show and The Handmaid's Tale for me so far is that we're dealing with an actual family right now. And they have been in this situation for 25 years. The Handmaid's Tale, they had only been there 8, I believe, when it started. Maybe 6, maybe 4. I don't remember. I have to go back to the beginning of The Handmaid's Tale. But anyway, it's been 25 years that they've been dealing with this new lifestyle. So we open up. This little girl just staring out the window. You see this emergency lights flashing on her skin. Her house is dark and dim and everything, right? But it's lights of sirens or something, the ambulance, police, you know, the tow truck man, something like that. Some emergency vehicle is outside, so you see the lights is flashing on her face, and she looking out the window. She got this concerned look on her face, right? It quickly turns to terror. Gunshots just ring out, baby. People start screaming outside and everything. She jumped back, and like her daddy come and grab her and pull her away from the window, like, come on back here, come on back. So on the news, the new prime minister comes up on her. He like, hello world, hey girl, hey, you know, I'm sorry to tell y'all that the old world, we gotta say goodbye to that. We gotta say goodbye. You know, this is a new day, new era. I'm a new prime minister, and basically what happened is we had World War III. World War III done fucked up the world for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The economy collapsed. It's disease running rampant. Our natural resources being depleted. So from this point on, we have to ration our water. We got to ration our electricity. We got to ration our gas. And if I could, we would ration out the air that we got to breathe too. That's basically what the prime minister said. A new group, like I said, is taking over the government. They call the People's Council. And he said, you know what, we just gonna have to fall in line. This is what we gotta do it together as people in order to survive. So, you know, while he's saying that, another little girl comes out the back. So we learned the man, his name is Ramon. He has 2 daughters, Julia and Sarah. And Sarah's coming out the back, and she's like, hey daddy, can I take this with me? And they packing to go somewhere. I'm like, where y'all going, Ramon? Where are y'all going? Forgive me if I don't roll my R's like I'm supposed to. My throat's a little dry. Forgive me. Ramon. There we go. I'm like, where y'all going, Ramon? Where y'all going? Okay, so the family packing up, going somewhere. He's like, no, don't take no toys. Only take necessities. Take the bare necessities. I'm like, the whole world's supposed to be in turmoil right now. Where y'all going? Wherever it is, it's away from there. That's the only thing we show up. So Ramon's wife coming in. Her name is Emilia. No, he tell her, look here, go warm up the car. I'm gonna be out there soon. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as she leave out the front door, they declare martial law on the whole town. You hear people out there screaming, it's fighting, stuff being set on fires, and then a bomb explode. Julia at the damn window again. Julia. I'm not gonna call her Julia because I think they was calling her Julia. I'm gonna call her Julia. I know that ain't phonetically correct in the Spanish speaking language, but she's gonna be Julia today. So, he pulled her back away from the window, like, come back, right? So he go into his room, he grabbed his gun, got a silencer on it, he had 1,000 passports up there and everything. He give Julia and Sarah matching necklaces. Julia got on the red one, the little gem, and then Sarah got on the blue one, right? To tell they twins, okay? And Julia's like, what you give me this for? It ain't my birthday. Yeah. Little girl, take the gift, child, right? Well, honey, y'all got a whole welcoming party at y'all door. It ain't for a birthday party, and it ain't the kind of welcome that you want to receive. So they bang on the door. I know you're in there. Open up. Like, Ramon, what did you do? Why they coming in here for you? What happened? You know what I'm saying? They looking for your daddy, girls. They looking for your daddy. Like, what the heck are you involved in? So, baby, he pulled out the gun and he aimed it at his daughter's head. Told them to hold hands, close your eyes. I was like, oh, no, that's not how we finna start this. We just 3 minutes in, y'all. We just 3 minutes into the show. He already got a gun at his kid's head. Like, what is really going on? Okay, so Mama, now she was supposed to be out there warming up the damn car. We see her out on the street, Amelia. We see her out on the street, walking through the crowd like in utter dismay, like, what? Oh, I'm good. So she got to get back to her house. She run back over to her crib. The police or the military, I think it was the police and the military combined, they got Ramon snatched up, all hemmed up by the neck, dragged him out the apartment, kicking and screaming. And she's like, no, where you taking him, right? So, like, they shoved her, they smushed her in the damn head, like, oh, get out of here, girl. You ain't ready for this. And I'm thinking, normally, in this type of situation, when they actually coming for you, they taking your whole family. I'm so surprised they let her go. They smushed her in the head and went on about their own little way. And they like, he's like, I'll be back for you. I'll be back, don't worry, I'm gonna be okay. Ramon, I don't think you was going to be okay, sir. I don't think. They carted your ass away. You know what I'm saying? They left her alone. They knocked her little ass down. And we getting back to the house. And she's like, oh, my God, where my babies? Where my kids? Child, they was hiding underneath the bed. I was like, oh, their daddy didn't kill them. Lord Jesus. I don't know if the people had busted in. That's why they didn't get killed or what have you. But, what it turns out is that the gun he had, it wasn't a gun. It was like a inoculator, to get vaccines and stuff with or something like that. He injected them with something in the back of their head, right in the back of their necks. And they like, Mama's daddy coming back? Nope. He be back, girl. Don't lie to them kids. 25 years later, they still, like I said, living underneath this new regime, the People's Council of Spain. They got limited everything. You know what I'm saying? So apparently one of the sisters have died. Cause we see the little the red necklace, which is Julia. She on a bike riding through town. Sarah, she dead, honey. She is dead. Her man, whose name is Hugo, and their daughter Martha, they out there on the seaside burying Sarah's body. And little Martha got on her mama necklace now. I was like, whatever happened to her mama? What they do? Why she died? Hubby is like, I can't let it be known that she buried right here. So he got rid of all the evidence that her grave even existed. Like, you're gonna always be with me, viva la love or whatever. So Julia, we go to her. So like I said, she was on a bike. She's a delivery person, right? And she's delivering liquor to this little whole house. And I was like, is this whole house legal? You know what I'm saying? In this day and age with this new regime, they always keep sex. Look, they make it taboo though. Like even the Handmaid's Tale, remember they had a place where the little commanders went to go freak on the damn handmaids that they, was called unwomen or what have you. And in here, they got a little whole house up in this piece too. They partying up in this bitch, baby. I'm telling you, they was partying like it was 1999. naked bodies. You saw boobies and balls everywhere, just hanging out. I was like, well, damn, on Spanish TV, they show you everything. This little Peter walked past the screen. I was like, where he going? Where he going, right? So, like I said, it's a freak fest going on. The madame, she tells Julia to take the lick up to one of these little private rooms, baby. I mean, they got S&M, orgies, they got everything going up on in these private rooms. It's a freak show. It's a real freak show. You know, Julia looking around like, what the heck is going on? Like, I need to get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? You know, me and my Christian ways, we ain't about this life. Let me get up out of here. But she heard somebody in one of the rooms crying. Now, part of me is saying, Julia, girlfriend, that is not your business. That's not your business, baby. But then the moral side of me was like, you gotta go see what's wrong. Who in there? Like, why they crying? You all right? You need to hear them say, I'm okay. You need to hear them say that. So she slips into this doggone room. Baby, it was a little girl in there who couldn't have been no older than 16, 14, 15. She looked like she was 12 for real. You know, in there. And she basically was the private property of this Major Mahera, big military figure, the right-hand man of the president. You know, he got her all doped up, you know, all in the corner, curled up like a little fetal position. She's shaking and shit, blacking out and shaking and crying and moaning and everything. And Julia's like, oh no, baby girl, let me get you up out of here. And let me get you up out of here. So when she grabbed the little girl, she, you know, picked her little frail body up and she about to carry her out of the room. The major come in. The fuck you doing here? You know what I'm saying? She was like, you know, I mean, it was the conversation. I was like, really, Julia? She was like, this is not her exact words. I'm just, you know, I'm like making up words for myself. Forgive me, sir. Will you please forgive me? I'm just going to take this little girl out that you've been sexually assaulting and everything. The one you've been doping up and everything right here. I'm going to go ahead and take her out of here. You know, don't mind me, please. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. That's exactly how she delivered. Like, you know, I'm about to go. I'm about to go. He stood back out the way like, well, go on in. Go on in. As soon as they got right in front of him, he snatched old girl up. Her name was Saul. The little 16-year-old name was Saul. Snatched her up and mushed Julia in the head hard as a mug. She went flying across the room, y'all. Like, just by a head smush. He smushed the hell out of her. And so then he like snatched up Saul, threw her on the bed, and he was about to, you know, go in on her again. I was like, the fuck you mean? What's wrong with you, bruh? Julia got up, you know, from her smushization. Got up. She had one of the weakest leaps that I've ever seen in a movie. She leaped up on his back, so soft and gentle, like, no, let her go. She, you know, had him hung up by the neck and everything. Baby, he flicked her off with his damn pinky finger. That's how light Julia was. Flicked her off, went over there and started commencing to choking the shit out of her. He was like, oh, just choking her all up, right? So, right when he thought that she was taking her last breath, she stabbed him in the side, baby. Just right in the kidneys. Got him good. Died, bitch, died. So, I was sitting there like, yeah, take that. Stab him again, girl. Stab him again. That dude was big. He was a big old dude. I'm like, he can't be dead yet. You gotta be sure. You hit him 4, 5, 6, 7 more times, girl. But she didn't. She was focused on getting her and Saul up out of that room, right? So, on the way out, though, she realized her necklace was gone. Oh, the fuck. Now, normal instincts were like, fuck that necklace. We got to keep moving. But then when you're really thinking about it, that's evidence against you. You just killed one of the military officers. You leave that behind. They going to find you for sure, right? So she had to go back in there. Plus, that was the last thing that her daddy had gave her before, you know, they took him away. So she got her little necklace. You know, it was wrapped up in that motherfucker's hands. Like, he must have been choking her so hard that he got it caught up in his hands. So she got her necklace, and then she go back in the hallway to go get Saul. This motherfucker gone. I'm like, oh God, who took her? She 3 sheets to the wind, baby. Ain't nowhere to be found. Just gone. So Julia, she rushed her ass up out of there. Now, she got to run fast because it's lockdown. I told you this is a new era. But it kind of reminds me of our current life right now. Lockdown started in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So she need to get her butt off the street. You know, she making her way to her crib, and she trying to wash the blood off her hand because she had a little blood on her hand when she went to go back to get her necklace and everything. And the blood was pooling and stuff all around his hands. So she got a little blood on her. She trying to wash off her hands. And this creepy ass dude sneak up behind her. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Who followed you? It was her boyfriend. Like, dude, say something. Announce yourself. Don't just come into the doggone room like that. Got me all scared. You know, I'm on edge and everything like that. So she like, baby, I just killed a man. I said, did you just tell him that? Did you really just come out of your mouth and tell this man that you just killed him? Y'all got trust. Y'all got trust. I don't know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? I would have kept that to myself. So we go back to Hugo. I think it's how they pronounce it, but I'm gonna say Hugo with the hard H sound. They go back to Hugo. They on an airplane now. His daughter Marta and his brother Alex. They going on a flight to Madrid. Where Julia lives, that's Madrid. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, Austria? Not Austria. Astoria. I think Astoria. Astoria was the name of the place that Hugo and them was from. And I was like, damn, at least they could at least travel, you know. They didn't have that luxury in the Handmaid's Tale. So they could at least travel and everything. But the damn plane is crawling with men with guns, like big guns, like automatic assault rifles and stuff like that. I was like, you better not speak too loud, which is basically what his brother Alex was doing up here, playing around, goofing off and stuff, and don't want to listen. He already got checked by one of the officers, and he's still up here joking around, breaking all the damn rules. I'm like, dude, you almost got us being silly. Calm your monkey ass down. But I like Alex. Alex is a little cutie. So anyway, the major back at the whole house. His body been found, right? And they can't let people know that the major was kicking it at the fucking whorehouse, right? And so we get these two officers come in, Navarro and Jimenez. Jimenez grimy. He grimy as fuck, right? They two police officers. I could already tell, and I want him dead already. I wasn't sure, but he kind of looked like the doctor that was on Locked Up. I told y'all to watch Locked Up a few times. He reminded me of the doctor on Locked Up. And I was like, he need a good death. He need a good death on this show just for being the character on Locked Up. And if he wasn't a character, he needed a good death just because he looked too much like that character on Locked Up. And I was like, oh, he needs to die. Like right now. Die. So they got the madam all hemmed up. And the dude, like I said, he was the president's right-hand man. So she need to give up whoever the hell was in there with him. And she's like, I don't know. He bring his own beast to the sand. You know, he like to mess with untainted meat, put it that way. And Navarro was like, well, you know, there was some skin underneath his nails. And I'm like, please don't let that be Julia's. Oh, God, don't let that be hers. He was choking the life out of her, though. And he managed to get her chain off her neck. So it's possible that skin under the nails could be hers. But, like, the madam was like, hey, it was a delivery girl, too. I don't know much about her, though. Now, that delivery girl, she know who Julia is, but I think she just wanted to give her up. So they back at the crib with Julia. And her boo, his name's Carlos, creepy dude that snuck up behind her. His name Carlos. He like, look here, baby girl, you need to run. They gonna find you. And I got your back though, I'm gonna come with you. And she like, I can't leave my mama. You know, so Amelia is still alive somewhere, right? And he like, look here, when they find that girl Saul, who walking around the streets half naked at this point, y'all. She is walking half naked, walking through the streets of Madrid. Ain't nobody stopped her, asked her that she need help. Ain't no militant, the People's Council people done picked her up. She walking just through the streets just like that, just walking through. She done made it, you know. But she found, I think she made it home. And I was like, he was like, if they find her, trust me, baby, they gonna come get you. So they making a plan to run and escape Madrid. Now, while they trying to make this plan to escape Madrid, Hugo, Alex, and Marta coming to Madrid. See, Sarah died, right? So in this day and era, because there's a virus out here, if one of you die because of the virus, they gonna isolate the whole fucking family, right? So he has to pretend that Sarah's still alive. That's why he covered up the gravesite. He had to pretend that she's still alive. So they making their way up to Madrid, because in Madrid don't nobody really know about Sarah for real. They wouldn't know that she ain't there no more. People back in, you know, Austria, whatever the place they lived at, they would be asking questions like, where your wife? Where'd she go? Okay. So they get off the bus. They at this checkpoint. Some man just start hacking away. All hacking and coughing and stuff. Sounding like he got the C19, bronchitis, smoker's cough. He done swallowed something down the wrong pipe, all at the same doggone time. And I was like, you know how we be looking nowadays when somebody cough or somebody sneeze and everybody turn around and look at you like, they got that shit. So, you know, that's how everybody was looking at him though. So the guards, of course, they locked and loaded on his ass. Like, hey, you can't bring your sick ass in here. You ain't coming in here. You cannot come in here sick, or if you've been in contact with anybody that's sick. So they took his wife too. Surprised they didn't take everybody off their bus. So then it flashes back to Sarah. She was coughing just like the man. So like I said, she had the virus, and the virus is what killed her. And Hugo is not supposed to be traveling to Madrid, being that he was in contact with the wife. But like I said, as long as nobody knows she dead, he should be good. So they lying right now and saying that she still had to work and she gonna follow them to Madrid a week later. So Julio and Carlos, they about to run, like I said, right? But she want to go see her mama. She said she can't leave like that. And he got to make sure he got stuff together and prepared for them to like be able to get up out of here. So she gonna go to her mama house, spend one last time there. Carlos, he told her, look here, don't tell your mama nothing. Don't give her no information, right? The less she know, the better. And when she goes there, Hugo and them, they walking around Madrid. They look like this the city of hope. I mean, people in line. Everything looks so dusty and dirty. It's graffiti every doggone word. But people seem to be living a better life here in Madrid than where he came from, apparently. Maybe just a little bit Scotia Day. I mean, it seemed like you had to have a meal ticket for everything. They had a line. You had to get a meal ticket to go get water and everything. But somehow businesses are still being allowed to be ran. And Amelia has her own storefront. I guess there's some type of semblance of freedom going on, right? But I think that as soon as she see Hugo without Sarah, she know the tea. Because they ain't got cell phones. They ain't got real phones. Nobody has real phones other than the payphone. And I'm quite sure they monitoring them doggone payphones. Okay. But when she saw him, she looked like, oh my God, y'all here. Y'all made it, you know. Up on the rooftop, though, we got an old nosy ass neighbor. Her name is Begonia. She got an evil sounding name. If your name Begonia, my bad that your name sound evil. She looking down on him like a new fam. Who this? You know, that's how she looking down on him. She gonna be trouble. She gonna be trouble. I bet you she like Aunt Lydia a bunch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking she is. So back in jail, the police, Navarro, got a few tricks lined up, right? And I'm talking about hoes, people who was at the party. And nobody has confessed yet to who the girls were that was with the major last. So to entice them to spilling the beans, they drag the madam's dead body in front of them, drop her down like a motherfucking rag doll in the cell with them at their feet. I was like, she is dead. Her little feet was like dangling off her ankles, like they was no longer connected. The only thing that was holding them together was like socks and shoes and shit. Like he said, y'all gonna remember something, or this gonna be you next. He sat there and looked at them. They still like, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't did nothing. I ain't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay, next, baby. They taking them out. So Julia, she makes it to her mom. Again, like I said, they don't have any phone calls and nothing like that, so nobody knew she was coming. She walked in the house and she was shocked to see Hugo there. And so I guess she realized too, my sister must be dead, or something happened for them to show up here without my sister. And like I said, so she makes it home. She managed to get all the way home. I think I said that already. So they didn't have the time to tell me the news broke of the major's death all over the news. Y'all know I don't edit none, so that's gonna be there. So anyway, they claim there was a terrorist attack, and because he can't be known to been in the whole house. So as far as the family is concerned, they lying to people saying Sarah well, Hugo told people back in the old town that Sarah had already came to Madrid ahead of them to go be with the mama, and the people in Madrid thinking that Sarah was still on her way. So then Amelia said something like Sarah saved Marta's life, by giving up hers. She passed her necklace on to Marta, and she did the inoculation in the back of her head. Still don't know what the fuck the little inoculation is about. So whatever Sarah did to save Marta's life, I don't know, but let's be clear, nobody can know that Sarah did, basically. So we get a little background again about how the war started, and Amelia was basically saying, people were scared. They wanted safety. They felt that they needed safety. The same way that dumb Donald, I was out here promising his little followers, I'm gonna take America back, whatever, from whatever the big bad wolves that was supposed to be out there. But these people were too. They was living in so much fear. They had, they didn't even realize that the person that they were asking to protect them was the ones who started the war in the first place. Sound familiar? Sound familiar. So anyway, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it, and and then you may not get all the other shit that come along with it. Your freedom gone now. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all gotta fight. You gotta fight to get it back. And this family like, oh, we finna fight. We finna fight. Trust me, all of us, we gonna be fighting. So the next day, Hugo, they go to get registered, and they got to get their blood drawn. So Alex up there is trying to pick up Nurse Ratchet, and I'm calling her Nurse Ratchet because something ain't right about her, and I could tell something ain't right about her. And like, she don't know how to crack a smile. If somebody painted the damn smile on her face, she wouldn't know how to do it. So they had to get blood tests and everything, and the blood is getting tested. The pH levels come back green on little Marta. All of a sudden, now Marta is a personal interest to these people. The lady like, okay, we need to separate y'all and do a little interview, what have you. And Marta was like, Daddy, she knew something wrong. Y'all listen to kids. Kids are wise. When they come into the houses and they meet family members, and y'all bring people over, and their kids snatch back from that person, they ain't never met them before. Don't be like, oh, she just shy. No, something wrong with that person. You better pay attention to that damn kid. Trust them children's instincts, right? So they doing interviews, and Hugo go off with the police. Alex had to wait in line, and a nurse taking Marta. Something ain't right with that, right? Y'all don't think something wrong with that? So Hugo doing this little interview, and I guess he passed. She accepted and everything, but something piqued the police officer's interest. You're here without your wife. It's just you. He said, yeah, and the grandmother. Your wife didn't come, and they kept on harping on the fact that he was traveling with this little girl alone. So when he got ready to leave, the lady didn't give him back Marta's papers. He's like, I'm not leaving without my daughter's papers. And she was like, I'm not giving you those papers. He's like, I'm not leaving this room without my daughter's papers. At the same time, up on the second floor, Marta up there screaming. They is dragging her ass off. And Alex like, hold up, that's my niecey boo. Hey, bro, they got your daughter. Let's go get her, right? So they rush out together. They fly through the building. None of the People's Council followed them. I found that very strange. Y'all in this building acting fool, and nobody from the People's Council follows y'all. But they run out this building just in time to see Marta being thrown in the back of this truck. The nurses are whisking her away. They take off. I think Hugo knocked Alex over trying to get to his daughter, baby. He hopped on the back of that truck, and he's screaming, and Marta in the window like, Daddy, it's over. I'll see you on the other side. That's exactly how she was looking. He fell off the truck, but he kept running. He fell over his bike, baby. Hugo was gone. He was not a doggone. He might have been a track star doing hurdles or some shit like that, but he was like, down. He ran out there to the courtyard. He was screaming for Jimenez, the cop, screaming for Jimenez, like, hey, they took my daughter. They snatched my daughter. But the officers and the military people, they locked and loaded on Hugo. He like, hey, officer, do something. They just snatched my damn kid, right? Ain't nobody like addressing the fact that this kid been snatched. They addressing the fact that Hugo out here acting a fool. So Alex come calm his brother down like, hey, bro, come on now, calm down. They gonna kill us. They gonna kill us, right? So they run back to Amelia's in the shop, and they like, somebody snatched Marta. Da 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 this. Da 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 da. Why old nosy ass neighbor Begonia in the store? So she like, they took who? They took what? where your wife? Ain't you Sarah's husband? You know what I'm saying? And he like, oh yeah, she coming later. And she keep asking questions and shit. And Alex and Hugo spilling the beans. And Mia keep trying to tell them, shut the fuck up, right? Shut up. And so he said again, they took my daughter. And she was like, ain't you got no job? They just got there, Ma. They just got there. And she said, well, they won't let children of unemployed families stay with them. You know, it's for the, you know, the children are our future. We gotta teach them, we gotta let them lead the way. But until we do that, we gonna take them from your ass because we know better than everything. So Mama's like, Amelia, like, they just got her. Don't they give them a deadline or some heads up that they can do that? And she said, well, you know, they know best. Okay, they know best. So Alex is like, okay, so where they taking her? Oh, she going off to one of the colonies. It's pretty much like a resort type situation, you know what I'm saying? He said, well, where's this colony? She said, all over the country. We ain't gonna tell you for protection of the kids. I was like, oh, hell no. So Amelia's like, okay, girl, you know, we feel better. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and see you out. What she was trying to say is, y'all shut the fuck up, right? You said too much already. This bitch can't be trusted. That's what she was saying. Fuck y'all doing? So Begonia, like, you know, oh, since they can stand, you know, they need to register too. You got to add them to the lease or what have you. And when your daughter get here, she need to get the be added too. So now, since Julia don't live there and she technically on the run, nobody knows she there. She about to become Sarah. You guessed it. And just a little fun fact: Julia and Amelia, they are real life mama and daughter. So I like this little dynamic that they got going on here in the show. So they need to get jobs. So Amelia said, you know what? I know somebody that can help. I hope I don't run out of time. I'm on 31 minutes. I hope I know somebody that can help. And she did. She knew this big wig. Damn, what was his name? Oh, I forgot to write down. But anyway, he got a cell phone, y'all. A whole cell phone. Something that they haven't seen in 25 years. Louis was his name. Luis. And he got a thing for Miss Amelia, baby. Yes, he do. He like, I'm so glad you called. You know, your voice sounds so lovely over the phone. And she like, okay, whatever. Look, her, I need a favor. And he say, a favor? Okay. Yeah, they took my G, baby. Can you get her back? He said, I don't know what type of pull you think I got. She's like, look here, stop playing. You know you got some power. So he's like, fine. What he do? He an engineer. I can get him a job in about a month or two or something like that. She's like, no. He needs a job right now. I don't care if you got him flipping burgers, picking up trash from the sidewalk. He needs a job right now. You know what I'm saying? Not just now, but right now. So I don't know what kind of power Amelia got over Luis, but he was like, whatever you like. Okay, so she get out the car and he could get out behind her. Like, hey, tell him to be here at this address at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And he said, you know what? Me and you used to be friends. You know, she's like, you know what? You're right. We were friends, but not anymore. I was like, okay, Amelia girl, okay. So the next morning, Hugo, he was off to this mysterious address, and they had an announcement planned, and the announcement was like, you know, if you're sick, you don't have papers, or you dress funny, you can't get in here. Don't that sound like where we headed right now? Don't that sound like where we headed with this C-19? Anyway, the employers, like for real, it's like the employees and airlines, they proposing that, trying to force people to get, you know, vaccinated or what have you, and they gotta have proof and shit like that. So anywho, outside of the city is where Hugo was taken. He pulls up on this beautiful compound. It seemed like the trees were greener, the flowers bloomed bigger and brighter, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's complexion was glowing and shit up in this damn place. And so he runs up on Manuela. She's one of the housekeepers. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? He said, you know, I'm here for an interview. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Take you to the service entrance. He said, a service entrance? You feel black, didn't you? Trying to go to you had to go to the back door to get into this place. So he go in there, you know, and it's another lady, Rosa. Rosa is the head servant in charge, you know what I'm saying? And she got to inspect Hugo. She put on her little gloves. You know, you had the little popping sound, whatever. Checked his hands, you know. So he's like, I just washed my hands. She's like, wash them again. You know what I'm saying? So she sent him over there to go wash his hands. Told him, Manuela, don't let his filthy self touch nothing. He better not put a speck of dirt on nothing up in her. You know, I mean, she was real stinkified about it. And she looked familiar too. Who was she? She was in locked up too. Was it locked up that she was in? She was in locked up. She was in locked up too. She was like a prison that got fucked up though. But she was in locked up too. So while he washing his hands, Rosa go in there to fetch the head mistress. I'm gonna call her the head bitch in charge this entire doggone recap season, okay? And so, or the HBIC. So, who do we see? The little ass hat from the whole house, Ivan. He was exchanging words with Jimenez a little earlier, and then he was trying to push up on Manuela. So unwelcome. They gave his ass a plate of meat. Now, Amelia just told Marta that people ain't ate meat in I don't know how many years. Meat don't even exist for them anymore. Well, this family got a whole plate of meat, okay? And he offered Hugo the fat scraps. I'm telling you, that sound like slavery time when they used to give the black people the scraps and stuff, and the hog maws and the pig feet and the pigtails and stuff, the parts of the cows and the pigs and the that they don't want to eat. Here, you can have these fat scraps. I ain't gonna eat them anyway. That's basically what he did. So Rosa, the head servant, she walks him into the HBIC. She in there chatting with her daughter Daniela. Daniela finna wear this old pretty old bold yellow dress. Everybody else got it in these dusty, dirty clothes and shit like that. And they both on their little iPhones, girl. The iPhones. They got their little iPhones and everything. And shit, Daniela even got Starbucks. With her name on the cup. I was like, look, ain't this some shit? Like coffee. So basically, in order for him to get the job there, he gonna need his wife to show up. This was a couples interview. I need both of y'all. And he like, well, my wife is already assigned to another place. She said, well, that's a deal breaker for me. He said, okay, fine. We gonna take it, Take it. We gonna take it. She said, yeah, you better take it or leave it. So now Sarah need to show up. Now, mind you, Sarah ain't supposed to come for another week. And we already knew Sarah wasn't coming because she dead. But now she got to be there tomorrow for them to get a job in order for them to get Marta back. So we back at Julio's. And Julius, not Julio's, and Julius. And Carlos is like, he finally secured them the fake papers so they can get out of there. And I was like, baby girl, you ain't about to go nowhere. Your whole life is about to change and you don't even realize it. So what happened to Marta at this point? This is what y'all probably asking me at this time. Baby, they got her in some like institution. It looked like it looked like a psych ward to me. That's what it looked like. She can't handle personal objects. One little girl had a stuffed animal. They took that from her. And I was like, oh my goodness, her necklace is about to go bye-bye. Her, and she knew it too. She was like, they didn't take my stuff. I can't handle personal items, right? It's other kids in there just like her. The director came in. And they like, hi, director. Who be the director? The HBIC. Yes, she is. I knew it. It's always some damn woman who is helping orchestrate taking away our fucking freedoms. I'm saying this heifer hoe in there running clinical trials on these children, on these babies. I said that's what they was doing to the kids. They were snatching, putting in them damn concentration camps at the border. That's what I said was happening too. They running clinical trials on them. They have her kidnapping babies for the experiments of the government. You know what I'm saying? So the doc, though, who worked there, he really ain't down with that. She wanted him to up the dose or whatever they was experimenting on. He was like, these kids are already dying with the normal dose. I want to up it. She was like, good. That's good for them. And he like, it's good. She's like, yeah. They going to, it's only one place in the world. Well, it's only one place better than being here. He's like, where's that? Heaven. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell, this bitch crazy. The only place better for them is heaven. So that means you got to be dead to get there. Lord. She said because they living in hell right now. What's out there is hell. Which, in a way, but they was alive. Shit. Ain't got nobody poking and prodding on them and stuff. So they put them in this like little psych ward type of room where all the other little captured kids is. Her bed neighbor is this little boy named Felipe. He's so innocent and everything. So she managed to stash her necklace underneath the mattress. I was like, okay, yes, Martha still got her necklace. It's something about that necklace. I'm not sure what it is yet, but she was managed to keep it. And so right before bed, they make all the kids sing the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, technically, it was the anthem for the People's Council. I don't know if there's a real anthem over in Madrid or not, but it's an anthem for the People's Council. And it's so gruesome sounding, you know. But the HBIC is pleased. She's like, oh my God, my little angels. She really thinks she God herself. That's what she think. So they calling this the freedom song, basically. And we looking at all the different stages where everybody at in life. Julia is sitting there with Carlos, ready to run, you know, contemplating life. Hugo is heading home from his interview, trying to make it there before the lockdown start. Alex and Amelia are sitting at the crib, you know, trying to eat, you know, trying to be relaxed and everything. And who we got? Begonia in the apartment across, just with her peeping Tom ass looking in, spying on them and stuff. Oh, I tell you, I'm not gonna stand her at all. I know I'm not gonna stand her. I'm not gonna stand her at all. And that's the end of the episode right there, y'all. It's going to be a good, exciting one. I told y'all I had already watched through episode 3 and halfway through episode 3, and I stopped and said, I need to review this. I know a few people that have watched this show. If you're not watching, I encourage you to watch it. But if not, just sit here and ride with me this season all through these doggone episodes, baby. Because I like this. You see how excited I am to talk about this doggone show. I like shows like this. It's going to give me something to talk about. I can compare government and stuff like that. You know, politics of the day with the stuff that's going on in the TV shows and everything. So that's it. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this recap and review. What y'all think about these characters. I think it's too early for right now for me to say what's finna really go down, but the HBIC, she big time, and I'm curious to learn what role Lewis has, and I wonder if he's the president. He's not the prime. No, she called him the minister. Is he a prime minister? It is 25 years later. He might be the prime minister. I wonder what role Lewis has, you know what I'm saying? And how they gonna like convince people. I'm saying that it's gonna be Julia. And how they gonna convince people that Julia is Sarah without them wondering where the fuck Julia at. Because they know she got a twin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. This has been My Twisted Lyf TV. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already done so. Hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified when all these videos hit your channel. Peace.